It's just such a good way of life. It's really who Missourians are. I'm Mike Kehoe, your 48th Lieutenant Governor from Jefferson City, Missouri. I'm a first-generation farmer, and this is why I farm for life. When I grew up in North City, St. Louis, I didn't know a horse from a cow. Literally, I'd never seen either of them live until I started washing cars for the guy who became my mentor, Mr. Sinclair in South St. Louis City. When you wash cars for Dave, one day you're washing cars, the next day he'd pull up in his truck and say, we're going down to my farm to build fence or to work cattle or to do something. And through that little transition period, I got to really love agricultural life and just love farming. I like being outdoors, I like working, and so Mr. Sinclair is really the one who put that bug in me. Well, I'm a first-generation farmer, so our farm is nestled right in the hills of the Ozarks, a little bit in Phelps County, a little bit in Pulaski County. We have about 700 acres here, and my wife and I take care of a handful of horses and a larger handful of cattle. Well, number one, you have to have patience. If you're going to be a farmer, because no matter what you do, when you start the day out, something's going to happen. Something's going to break, some part's going to be missing, something's not going to go right, some tire's going to be flat, some battery's going to be dead, or all of those things could happen in one day. So you have to have patience. Number two, you need to understand that as technology continues to improve in our lives, it's improving in agriculture too. So if you're a young person that's very familiar with technology, you might have an advantage over old guys like me, or 2 or 3 generations ago in farming, because you can use technology these days to farm a lot smarter. I think in agriculture, you're taking care of the land, taking care of the livestock, and when you're in public policy, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to take care of the place that we call home and make sure we're good stewards of that property. You're trying to take care of the citizens to make sure that they're getting the best they can, and it's both just kind of that caring attitude that you never want to give up. You got to be able to work hard. You got to be able to put in a long day, which you have to do in agriculture, and the same thing in public policy. You have to be able to put in long days. You have to have thick skin, just like we talked about a little bit before. Something's going to break, something's going to go wrong, something's not going to go right. Same way in public policy. Somebody's not going to like what you're doing, and they're going to be very vocal about it sometimes, and you just got to try to keep listening, obviously, to what those concerns are, but keep moving forward at the same time. The ag community has taken my wife and our family in like one of their own, even though we didn't start as an agricultural family. I think they have a certain amount of respect for somebody who comes up through the ranks and starts out really not knowing anything. But it's just such a good way of life. It's really who Missourians are. Agriculture is just not our #1 industry. It has, hundreds of thousands of people involved in it, and they're just solid, salt of the earth people. And I have just enjoyed so much, even before my political career, quite honestly, being on the farm here for almost 30 years now, just meeting different people in the various aspects of agriculture. Everybody from the feed truck driver to the guy you buy fence posts from, to the man who delivers your cattle, to just your neighbors. It's just great to meet these people, and they all have a story. They all work hard. They're all opinionated, by the way, but that's a good thing, and that's what makes Missouri, Missouri. I would say farm for life means that you're farming for life. You're taking care of things, but you also want to make sure you take care of the land. I mean, I know a lot of people want to be concerned about agriculture and are they taking care of the land? Are they doing the right thing? Are they being good stewards? I mean, we're the best stewards of the land, in my opinion, because that is the property that is going to grow your hay, that's going to grow your beans, going to grow your watermelons. You want to take care of that land the best you can, and so farming for life means making sure you're taking care of that property, that land, for future generations, and that's a long time.